What's up, guys? Hope you're having a good day. Back at it again. So, just wanted to show you guys my best week so far. So, been going back and forth. Decided to take some time off. Just really get figure out a strategy that really worked well for me. And so far, I've been really successful using the Fibonacci retracement, focusing on that, waiting for my levels to be touched, price action, and volume. So this week, my first week, I did $1,571.92. I'm going to show you my report. Basically, I just really wanted to show you guys how I did. So I'm going to do this past week, so 21 to the 27th. No, actually, it'd be this week. Sorry. It would be Monday to Friday. So this week I did a gross profit of $1,607.50. I took a total of 9 trades. I was really picky and selective. Basically, I just wait for a strong move up from the upside or the downside, and then I just draw my fib levels once we get that first bounce or the first reject, and then I just wait for a really good price action, whether if it's bearish or bullish. Usually, what I'll do is I'll rely on the 5 minute to draw my fib levels, and I have 3 levels that I rely on: the 50, the 61.8, and the 70%. But back to the profits. So after commission and everything, I did $1,571.92, working towards that 3K goal to get the 50K funded account through Top Step. I did take one loss, and it was $50. I did trade a micro futures on Nasdaq, and I lost $50. We were in a supply zone, and I was trying to short it, but we just made higher highs, so I decided to cut losses. Basically, I'm only trading NQ and ES, and the only thing I'm trading is just levels off the Fibonacci retracements. So let's just go back real quick so I can show you guys. So ignore this line right here. This is drawn on a longer time frame, a really strong support we have. But Nasdaq opened up, had a strong sell-off. We were down almost 2.5% at its lowest. So and what I mean by that, when I draw my Fibonacci retracement levels, guys, the one thing I was trying to talk about was, so we have this strong move down, and then we had our first bounce right here. So what I would do, Fibonacci retracement levels from high to low. And now I'm going to go to the 1 minute time frame just to show you guys a little bit better of example. Because I use the 1 minute only to execute my trades to get like sniper entries. So I actually made the 61.8, the blue line. That's actually my biggest level that I wait for. If we touch the 50 or the 70, I really don't get into the trade until I start to see good price action and volume kicking in. So got into the trade on Friday. We tested this 527 level. I saw a good rejection off of it. And at the same exact time, I saw sellers starting to step in. Volume started to increase right here and right here. So I went short. I didn't really stay into the trade long because I was already up $1,400 on the week. So I just said, hey, you know what? I'm not going to be greedy. My biggest goal with this is, even when I did have the funded account, was to always just do 1% a week, which is $500. And because I was up $1,400, I was already up a little over 2.5%. So I wasn't trying to be greedy. So I just did a small little scalp. But once we got good price action on the bearish side, and on top of that, we also got increase of sellers volume right here, I decided to go short. Wrote it down to about the 45-day EMA on the 1 minute time frame, and then that's when I got out. Made like $158 just in and out real quick. Pretty simple. My best day was actually Monday. I made a little over $757. Just wanted to show you guys what I've been up to lately. Just really trying to get the hold of this Fibonacci retracement strategy. The one thing I will say is that just because it does touch my levels, I don't get into the trade. I need to see good volume, I need to see price action, and I need to see it touch my levels. If it touches my levels and it is, for instance, let's just use this as an example. If it would have just touched the 70 and just started selling off and went and like had a continuation, I wouldn't have got into the trade. I would have just been patient, waited for it to come back up and touch the 61.8. Now, one thing I do want to show, one thing I do want to make clear is, let's say it would have touched that 70% fib level and then made lower lows. I would have most likely went back to the 5 minute time frame and redrawn my fib levels on the next bounce on the 5 minute time frame. One thing I've noticed is just because I touched my levels does not mean I should just get into the trade. I did that a few times and I really took some nasty losses this past month. Been really trading like a demo account, but decided to go back to Top Step since I started to really started to see a lot more success using this strategy. But yeah, one thing I want to talk about too is like this would have been a great entry right here, even though we did break above the 61.8 right here at around 10:50 a.m. We had a nice doji candlestick right here, and even though it did push up to around 5:52, we did close at around 5:42. So, and even though we saw volumes kicking in right here, this would have shown me that like, okay, hey, sellers are starting to step in, and then most likely I would have went short at around this range. But yeah, just really wanted to show you guys what I've been up to. This past week was really good for me. Definitely going to take it, take it easy and steady next week. But yeah, just really wanted to talk about the strategy I've been using, how it's been really going for me, and that way really. But yeah, just something short, simple, and sweet. But yeah, I still draw my supply and demand levels and that kind of stuff. I just don't trade off of it. And if I do, I just use the micros. So that way my losses are a lot smaller just to be safe. Because sometimes with supply zones and demand zones, especially on Nasdaq, they can be like a 20, 30, 50, 60 point move, like difference. And I've taken some really nasty losses in the past trading, supply and demand levels and, taking a 20-point loss, which is like, $600-700 off of just one contract on NQ. But yeah, $1,571 on the my first week back on Top Step. Decided to take a little bit of a break from it. Just really get down. I didn't really see a point of consistently paying a monthly payment until I got the funded account, when I kept changing my strategy up a lot. So I said, hey, you know what? I'm just going to move to a demo account on TradeOvate. I'm going to find something I really like. And one thing I will say, guys, is using the 5 minute time frame has forced me so much to be patient and just get used to just letting the market do its thing. There's been a lot of days where I've had a lot of choppiness and I just don't trade. If we have a lot of choppiness and we're not really seeing clear direction on the downside or upside, I just don't get into the trade. It's just that simple. I've definitely become more comfortable with not trading every day and just been really focusing on Fibonacci retracement strategy and just trading the levels, waiting for good price action, whether if it's bearish or bullish, depending if I'm going long or short, and then seeing volume kicking in on, either side. And then that's when I'll execute my trades. But yeah, just really wanted to show you guys how this trade's been going for me. Hope you guys are doing well. If you guys got any questions, comment below. As always, as much appreciated. Like and subscribe. I'll see you guys next time.